somewhere else.
Yeah, well, I was reading it while you were doing your running around.
Just need a name for initiative. That's all. Just a name.
Viscount.
Discount?
Viscount.
Viscount. Yes, it's silent.
No, Viscount is a position in the House of Lords.
Say VIS?
Viscount.
VIC.
Correct. Viscount. Don't ask me. I thought it was Viscount, but
You're corrected.
I was corrected by a woman from England,
Well, she would know.
and I thought she
Upside
would
down.
know.
Oh my God! What did you?
It's sort of like discount.
What the hell? It is discount. It's discount.
Oh, with Al, it is discount. You know.
Did you put it upside down
on
now?
purpose.
Discount.
You know why?
If it's backwards, your turn's over with.
That's right. That's right.
He wrote them all upside down on the other side.
It's all right if it's backwards. You're done.
I
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Smart move, right?
Okay, so while you're doing that,
Did we roll an issue?
No.
No, there's no net. well, you can if you want to. I would wait for it right now.
No, we're not doing it.
With only a few of us, it's not a big deal. With 7 people, initiative
It's
can
unwieldy.
become 10 minutes.
1 o'clock. I'm me and my brother at the docks.
Show you're at they're at the docks with your bags.
Yep.
And funny, it is 1 o'clock right now.
Now, you know, the thing is Pinkerton rules, I have to be there on time. On time is 15 minutes early. So 15 minutes early, my entire retinue is already checked in and on the boat.
No, they're at the dock.
No, I mean,
We'll take care
it
of it.
hasn't landed yet?
The boat is there and the gangplank is down,
Yeah.
but the visitors aren't allowed on the boat yet. They're still finishing up cleaning and
Would
having to splash
another $20 bill get me on there now so I don't have to worry about it? All right, then I'll wait there.
Okay, so are we live?
Been live.
Awesome, very good. So the purser says go ahead and let them on, and you have the guys down there, the helpers down there, and he's already there when you guys arrive. Not only him, but there's a whole freaking bunch of them. They all wearing the same colors. They all look like they're with him. He has a whole retinue of his own. He's got his own posse, if you will.
Okay.
So he, of course, gets on goes up the gangplank first. You guys pick up your bags and start walking up the gangplank as well. He disappears. He asks the guy at the top where's the purser's office. He goes down to the purser's office. You guys are showing your staterooms. Roll me a d20 each. High, you get a window.
13.
You get a window. Al?
Roll d20.
Yeah. Oh, you both got nice window staterooms.
Well, it's the same.
So we're in the same. We usually share a
stateroom.
room. We
Bunk
share a
bed.
room.
Oh, very good.
Me and my brother always share a room.
Oh, then we only have to pay for one room.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bunk beds are great.
Okay.
That's not the reason we share a room.
You're at the level of where the water is just like about 4 feet below
Nice.
from your portal.
Do we got a balcony or just a window?
No balcony. You kidding? 4 foot? There's no balcony, man. You cannot go outside from there.
Yeah.
Guys, the only thing I have to ask is by 4 or 5 o'clock we gotta stop.
Why is that?
I gotta be somewhere at 6.
Okay. We'll see what we can do. All right. So you go ahead and get your upgraded stateroom. The trip goes uneventful. I'm not going to worry about you getting seasick. You might, because I'm not too sure about your constitution, but regardless. You arrive in London. In London, as soon as you get off the boat with your bags, it's going to be you three only. The carriageman has been instructed just to pick the 3 of you up. I don't know what you're going to do with the people. That's up to you.
We'll have to get another cab. Send us another cab. We have stuff.
I'm sure you do, but you 3 in this carriage here, and the guy helps you put your bags on the back and all that stuff, and climb into the coach. And I'm going to assume that unless there's anything else, then you're on your way. Yes, no, yes, okay. And off we go.
And away we go.
And
The only one I'm going to bring with me is my squire, Aki.
okay.
Because he's there to be trained, so he's got to come along. And I leave my Majormo in charge of the house.
Major Domo.
Major Domo's in charge of the house. Yeah.
So maybe they get a room there in London instead of actually going.
I'll let him The major domo will figure it out. The only one that needs to come with me is the squire. It's his job.
Okay. And it is 8 o'clock at night by the time you guys finally arrive in Chadsworth. You have my notes here. Okay, so the coach pulls up in front of a rather small, this is, if you call it downtown, this is really a very small village. Again, it's 1879, and so what that means is that the architecture looks like old English architecture, right? So you have the kind of lower buildings, but they're all kind of squished together. Over there, space is always
Row
been kind
houses.
of yeah, that kind of thing. So as you look at the building itself, has a black front on it, black old paint. You can tell it's old. It's been a while since it's been painted. Has a big glass window in the front, and with a little gold trimming on it. It says Lamarck Realty on the bottom of it. And what do?
Walk up to the door, open it, and walk in.
Jeff. Who are you?
Hello. We were sent by the Pinkertons.
Well, that's those investigators. Thank goodness you're finally here. You do realize the closing is tomorrow morning.
We did not hear anything
We
about
don't know anything about what we're doing here just yet.
Okay, you're here to provide a certificate of cleanliness for the Marston Manor.
What do you mean by
cleanliness.
cleanliness? We're not janitors.
Yeah, we're not.
You're to provide a certificate of cleanliness for the Marston Manor.
May I roll history, Marston Manor?
First, start with certificate of cleanliness.
Okay, what is
Do
the
you know what
certificate?
that is?
No.
17.
17.
What do I add to it? Arcane? What is it?
No, history.
History?
I rolled a 17. What is cleanliness?
Cleanliness
20.
means, okay. Certificate of cleanliness, as you would know, means that you certify that the building is clear and free of any entities, beasties, or anything of this nature, so that the closing for the sale may be done.
Wait,
may be
we're
done.
not exterminators.
Are you saying the house?
You're here for the Pinkertons, are you not?
Are you saying the house is?
Now, can I make a knowledge?
I never said any such thing.
Can I make a
Beasties? Do you
knowledge
mean
of
like
that house?
rodents, like rats and mice?
Sure, those two, yes.
Okay, we're not. We're not.
You're here to. They sent you.
exterminators.
This is the job you've contracted for. Your company contracted for
all right.
for the cleanliness.
We're okay
certificate.
with living up to it, but we're
May I
not sure
see
what.
a copy of the certificate?
Yes.
Of course.
Thank you.
Here, and I hand it to you.
Oh, very good, very good. And do I have any knowledge of this
It
house?
has Samuel Williams' signature on it from the Pinkerton Agency, stating that you will provide that certificate once your investigators have finished.
Okay, and I see the certificate, and it's nothing out of the ordinary, except for you wouldn't use this for rats. You wouldn't use it for badgers.
He said
Well,
entity.
you would provide the certificate of cleanliness stating that there is nothing that would prevent the new owners from moving in.
Okay. And he said
That's what it means. It doesn't mean that somebody has to go in and scrub the walls or anything of this nature. The place is suitable to be built upon, to be done with whatever they want, but it is clean and free and clear
Okay.
of anything that might be a problem.
What was your name again?
Mr. Chadson.
Oh, okay. Mr. Chadwick. Just show us the
It's
house.
Chadson, sir.
Oh, okay. Whatever. The old
Fucking
touchy
Americans
feely.
are all the same.
Do I have any knowledge of the of this particular house? Knowledge, history?
Oh, he loves
No.
to go
And
back.
Mr.
No.
Chanson's the.
This is a plain.
He's the hotel guy.
No, he runs Lamarck Realty.
Just show
Lamar-
us.
He's interested. They're closing on the property for sale tomorrow.
Well, we better
is
get
what he's
going
stating.
then.
That's what I'm saying. Just show
There's
us.
already a. Okay, the closing is in the morning. It's 8 p.m. at night. I realize this is a tight deadline. However,
It's a lot of paper to fill out, but we'll have
we'll fill the
paperwork
paper out
all-
as long as you're
already in
willing
the
to put
morning.
your signature on there when it's complete.
Yes,
when
yes,
you've
we are.
completed
Sure.
your
Viscount,
investigation.
since you're so good at paperwork, maybe you can handle that.
Oh,
Because
that's
you're an
some of the
auditor,
reason
yes,
They said
yes.
me is they, somebody had to sign.
Gentlemen, your cab is out front.
Now, just
Now
so
it
you
makes sense
understand.
why they said it. They
Now
need
you just
someone to
understand.
sign.
Sammy, I want to get back home in time for football. I don't mean your soccer football. I mean the real American football. All right, let's just go do this
Okay.
this job and let's get back to doing what we do best.
Okay, so Outside, you see a carriage, all black.
And if it's your tea time, by all means, have tea with you.
Tea time is at 4 p.m., sir.
What?
You missed it by 4 hours.
Missed it by 4 hours there. All right, so
Off with you.
When we come back,
Finish
tea
your
would be
job
lovely.
first.
We have a job to do. See you.
Maybe after the closing tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe next week before I go back to the States.
Anyways, so as you walk back outside, there is a black carriage, 4 black horses. There's a man with a nice tuxedo sitting up there with the top hat and the whole schmear, man.
I wait for somebody to open the door.
He gets down from the cab, opens the door, and holds your hand while you get in.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't want to trip.
well, Viscount, I will give you this. Your country has style.
Inside the cab, it's all red velvet. Little danglies,
Are we all
tassels.
together in the same cab, or are we in
Yes.
our own cabs?
One cab for all 3 of you.
An old coach.
I don't know what your man's going to do, but I would suggest he not
Run behind
he
you.
not
The,
come
well,
along.
the squire's job is pretty much to
I
come
would
along.
suggest he not come along, sir.
He dies. His job is to come along. He can sit with you up top.
Oh no,
Well, then he'll have to come. He can squeeze by me.
fine. So there's room for 4 people in the cab. That's not a problem. All right, so you're on your way,
Yep.
and driver gets back up on top, and take not a fast pace, but brisk enough pace.
A trot.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I try. And the ride itself is about an hour and a half, and it is cold outside and getting colder by the minute. And next thing is you start being able to see your breath, and then it starts to
Is this normal weather?
rain.
Oh, it's a beautiful day.
This stuff is
Oh,
cold and
absolutely.
chilly and damp.
Oh, this is a beautiful day. You should see the days we have in London.
As you look out the window,
I know why you lost the war, Sammy.
as you look out the
Oh, we win. You're still paying reparations. Your press just doesn't tell
Even
you.
when we win, we lost.
as you look out the window, you see the sky is dark and is actually getting darker. What little moonlight was passing through the clouds is starting to get completely blocked out. You see the fog over the moors out to your left, and the hillside going up on your right-hand
Hey,
side.
Viscount.
I look up during the. I'm just been going through my books.
He would know fog on the moors
Yeah, that's what I'm
is
asking.
very normal,
Yes?
but the
What
rain kind
the-
of sucks.
What's up with this? What is that out there?
It's a beautiful day.
Forget the day. What's that out there?
What are you talking about?
That fog.
Perception.
It's the English moors, man.
What is perception? Dude, you love to roll dice.
Well, yeah, that's
Doing
what.
your acting
Oh,
here.
well, how else do you do perception to know what I see, right? I
I'm
look out
asking
there.
you, what's the fog? What's
Can
the
you
fog?
give me a minute to talk to the GM, Al?
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
It's your point. Okay, I won't interact.
Almost a 40.
It's fog on the fucking moor, man.
So there's nothing other
It's
than fog out
and
there.
rain. It's just and it's
So
not
it's
raining
not
hard. It's
supernatural
just
or nothing. It's normal.
it's just fog on the moors is natural.
I look out there for a good minute, staring into the fog,
Yeah, one-
and I look back at you and say, everything is normal. I don't see anything out there other than the English fog.
I was just trying to understand your
I'm a
weather
bucket.
patterns out here. I've never been to England before. I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, English,
That's all.
England, especially at
I know in
we're-
real life, but in
this
character.
is late fall. It's starting to border on winter, so it's
and
cold.
Since he was English, I
Yeah,
figured
of
he have a
course.
little,
Of
but
course.
he just wants to roll dice every 2 seconds.
It's all good. All right, so
I took it as a deeper meaning. What is out there? And I gave it a good look.
Oh, why did I just?
so I do
I
want.
didn't have the answer to give you till I interacted with the DM.
That's fine. And so I would like, let's go ahead and roll a perception now. Let's go ahead and do that now. I think that's probably a wise
Natural
idea.
20.
Natural 20.
So add 20 plus. Natural 20 doesn't help perception.
40.
Add 2.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not even gonna roll perception. He's ridiculous.
You may hear
20, that's it.
the paw thumping of
Dude,
one or two,
me a
maybe
paper sheet.
large creatures. Just,
Paw thumping.
running as if a very, very large dog.
I hear.
cat.
Now that you mentioned it, my friend.
20 24 at least.
There you
Where
go.
did you get it?
Now, what are you doing there? Looking at all these numbers and stuff? What we're trying to role play?
Help.
No, perception. It said
Sean,
0.
Sean, just hang on, man.
Okay, so
Try to
look,
help out.
it's wisdom. Okay.
Oh, wisdom,
So if
okay.
it's wisdom, you look over here, and wisdom's +4. I wrote
Oh,
everything
okay. I
down.
thought it was. I was looking at the.
Yeah, no, I didn't write that in. because
Okay.
I write everything.
We still have a
Just
new
to-
player.
Even though I'm
Sorry.
not, I am.
Yeah.
I'm
exactly.
special.
Okay.
That's the reason I was
Okay,
looking
so
at numbers,
continue,
don't-
please. You just heard the pause of a large creature, and it's a ways off. It's probably
I do not see anything unusual at all. However, if you do listen at this window here, in the distance, I hear perhaps the running of canines or llama.
Oh,
I'm not sure which.
Wait. I know what this is. This is the Hellhound on the Moors, the old Sherlock Holmes.
Hounds of the Baskervilles.
That's the one.
So it's a werewolf.
But you're not there with us, Mr. D.
I'm just correcting your.
That's the whole.
So
point
it's a
of
dog
it.
man.
I'm doing this on purpose.
To whom?
I'm in the carriage with you guys, right? And I'm saying to Sammy, when you told me that story, I'm like, oh yeah, I heard that story before.
Yeah, they got werewolves in London here.
No, yeah, this is not the one. This is about the werewolves in London. That's way before. That's after our time here. We're not. That's centuries ago.
No, that movie was. But
Werewolves have been in London, my friend, for many, many centuries.
Yeah.
Werewolves come back from the pagan rituals before London was truly established as anything more than just a settlement.
Well, all I know is
There were
was a
many
book-
tropes back then that are still exist to this day.
There was a book
Blah, 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 blah,
on
blah.
Sherlock Holmes that was called The Hounds of the Baskervilles.
Yeah.
That's about some hound and this and that.
Yeah, so
That's
it's a
all.
wonderful trainer for young
So
men.
you
to
heard
be.
hounds? Can you tell us that?
Or possibly llamas.
Llamas.
They sound about it like when they're running. It may be a wolf or a llama.
Okay.
Quite in the distance.
Is it something we need to be concerned with?
Hey,
Not
driver.
if it's a llama.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How much
Can I help
longer?
you?
How much longer?
Oh, about another half hour, maybe 45 minutes.
Would one of you be able to spot to make sure that it's just a harmless
Let
llama?
me get one more perception check from you guys.
I didn't roll because this is so freaking hot.
I only rolled a 4, so 31.
I rolled a 1.
31. Still impossible.
9
Here.
plus.
Slightest, faintest cackling of laughter.
Of what? Female, male,
Female.
old, young, witchy,
Not old. Not youthful, but
druidic, witchy,
no.
old haggy.
Kind of
Okay, we are certainly not alone. My friends, to arms. To arms, to arms. I shall dodge. And I sit there in the carriage, look like I'm all ready to go.
Any suggestions, my friend Viscount, on what kind of load I should put in my firearm here?
Well, neither llamas nor wolves cackle with glee at something about to be done to thee, though perhaps the horseman up top is in jeopardy.
Should I use?
He was a poet, didn't even know it.
I'm trying to find out what kind of load I should put into my.
Well, use a very fast load. Get up top, but then load. Something wide scattering, something you have a sure shot.
You're going to have a hard time trying to go up top while the thing is moving.
Yeah.
He won't have any problem at all. I'll help you. Your friend will help you. Your brother will help you. You have no problem at all.
Sammy, just listen to me, Sammy.
All right. I'm gonna load up with iron pellet in my muzzle loader pistol.
Do we even know we're facing Sammy?
I don't know, but it seems like I should have something loaded.
You have melee weapons on you, correct?
I have a silver dagger, an iron dagger, gunpowder, 50 pounds of salt, 2 pistols,
Give me the one that I wrote down for you. What was it called?
Rapier, I think.
a rapier,
No, keep going.
short bow, dagger, long sword, and sun sword.
There you go. Write that big on your table. That's the one.
Sun
that you
sword.
use. Yes.
List of actions: 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5.
wrote them all down on a sheet of paper. All the
Just
bonus
like
actions.
Sun Tzu with the Sun Sword.
Thank you. That's awesome.
All right.
That's very helpful.
Okay.
Wrote
So,
down.
what are you doing? Is this it? Or-
Oh no, I'm going to ready an action to cast magic missile should I see an enemy.
I I'm packing my pistols with iron shavings, and I'm drawing my sun sword.
All right. Okay. So, well, you're all set then. All right. So let's give me. This is 10 minutes later. Nothing's happened.
What do I hear?
Driver, you still okay up there?
What do you hear? You hear. Okay. So let's. I'm going to assume that your perception is high enough to hear.
It's usually impossible.
You hear some flapping wings. There's large flapping wings.
Perhaps. Oh, flapping wings and cackling.
And
Driver.
And you hear the laughter again.
And the laughter is still
Driver,
about.
stop the coach.
Yes,
No,
yes.
sir. Will not.
Yeah,
Driver, what do you see?
And look, and certainly
I see
am
the
not
road and
suited.
4 horses.
What's all that noise? What's the flapping wings?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Driver, don't
If
BS
you-
me.
I will go out there if you make me go out there. Someone must go out there. I've said minutes ago. If I must do it, then I must do
Are
it.
you a caster?
I have no business climbing around on this thing, but if I must,
Say go.
very well.
What? I
Cluster
told you to
myself
stop the
off
carriage,
and
so
open
get
the
up.
and open the carriage door so it's starting to flop in the wind because it's
The
staying
wind,
there.
You're getting pelted with
And
rain.
it's
There's
raining.
no sunroof
it's,
on them
It's
things?
slamming open and shut. And then I grab hold of it and the top and
All
I.
right, we're gonna have to make some checks
Oh,
here, man.
God, a bunch of them.
I think you're
Athletic
dead, Sean.
101, man.
I think somehow the door just hit a tree, and the door's just decapitated.
I stick my
Yeah,
head out.
let's get athletics, I guess.
Somebody had to do it. Clearly, they melt in the rain.
Nobody said they had to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
10 minutes ago, we said someone had to do it.
You
Has to
said
be.
it.
Matt, I think
no
that
one
was
else
you.
said that.
That's because you will not listen, so I must do everything.
Good.
What's going on down there?
I'm coming up. Either you stop this contraption, or I'm going to do it while you're moving.
You're gonna do it. What my orders are to get you to Marston Manor, and that's it. I'm not stopping.
Then I'm climbing up. Move over.
There's no room up here
That's
for
what
you.
I'm thinking. There was no room for your
There's
guy.
2 people up there already. There's a driver and his man.
And the man has a shotgun.
That's why they call it riding shotgun.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
The things
So
we
with
learned.
that said, somebody downstairs want to assist me, or am I going to completely
I'll
alone?
assist you.
All right.
Give me an athletics check.
I'll cast guidance on you.
17 and athletics, you say? Can I have acrobatics instead?
Sure.
That's a +3, so 20.
Just me.
Well, you got a guy that's over there. I didn't
It'd
get
be
to.
difficult climbing on top of a carriage that's running it at a medium pace.
All right, now
Okay.
now I use my action to hold on for dear life.
And that's what it's going to take for about the next 20 minutes.
All right, now meanwhile, I'm going to keep keep a steady watch. Passive perception's 27.
Hey, busy. Get your butt back in here. What are you doing out there?
But do I see anything after a few minutes of adjusting? Do I hear anything again?
Probably about 10 minutes into it, you hear the laughing again.
And I look to see where it's
Now
coming
you hear
from.
a second voice laughing.
And I look where
They're
it's
both
coming
laughing. That's too far away. Too far away, and the fog's too thick.
from. What
Fog
if
is
I,
actually
what if I
coming
were
up
to
off
tell
of the
you?
moors and coming onto the road, and
Here he comes.
it doesn't matter.
What
so
if-
you can't see? You can't see.
I have an observant feat that lets me see through light fog,
This isn't light fog.
light obscurement.
Okay.
What else do I got?
Sounds like we're in a cloud and it's raining.
No.
See invisible and ethereal out to
Basically.
120 feet.
Have you ever been through into that kind of a thing?
You can't
I
see
have.
shit.
You have. Okay, so
Dark vision, ethereal, and invisible at 120 feet.
they're not ethereal. They're not invisible. They're not. They're too far away, and there's too thick.
Too much
fog is too thick.
obscurement. Just, I'll
The
keep,
only reason you know that they're there is because you can hear the voices laughing.
and I'm going to keep an eye in the direction, just waiting for the moment, a cloud
Fair
when the
enough.
moments go.
Fair enough. So let's make me another acrobatics check. 15 because you're already up there.
4.
We just
You
lost
better
this-
make another one or you're going off the edge. 15.
I'm going to use the guidance you gave me. If, there's 20
You
actually
can't
right
use
there.
the guidance he gave you 20 minutes ago.
Oh, is that 20 minutes ago? I thought it was concentration.
Guidance only lasts 1 minute.
1 round.
Oh, okay. Fair
No,
enough.
actually, that's one round.
Or
20.
until used. Okay, there
that's
you go.
one round.
Okay, so
was
you
concentration.
you almost fall off. Did your hand? Okay, make me an acrobatics check to get back up onto the. You almost fell off, man.
Get back.
So
in
that's
here, man.
three checks in a row. First one, that's gonna be 6.
Can I reach out
Okay,
to grab
give me
him?
one more. You're hanging on by one hand.
Can I reach out to grab him and pull him in the car?
You can.
All right, do that.
That's cocked. You see his feet dangling down over this out over the side.
Why
Hey,
didn't he put a safety belt
he's up there
on?
going, help, help. Oh, you got so
18.
lucky, man.
I grab him somehow, and I yank him back in the car.
And he is soaking fucking wet, man.
Oh.
So he's sitting there and you grab him into his seat, and he's sitting there completely soaked top to bottom.
There is something.
I look at you.
Out there.
Wait, I look at you, and then I start yelling at you.
It's not one.
Sammy, you're supposed to be watching him. Don't let him do something stupid like that again. And
There's
you
not one
better
of them.
Listen to us.
There are many of them. They're flying.
And what help would you have been rolling down beside us in a carriage on the floor 10,000 paces? None.
What
None.
good is it?
None.
Your
told
life
him
is
to
in
stop.
danger.
I told him to stop. He won't stop. Evidently he can't run him. So let's just see what happens.
He's not outrunning them, my friend. He is seriously
Then
not.
make him stop. Driver, stop the carriage.
5 minutes, sir.
Then speed up. He's got
5 minutes later, Mr. Bedraggled soaked gets up. It's sitting there, and he's got a big puddle he's sitting in at this point
Oh,
because
boy.
the water is just kind of.
I have prestidigitation. There's really no reason.
You didn't
to
tell
do
me you cast it.
that. I'll do that. Nobody's gonna be wet more than a moment.
Okay, so you cast
It
prestidigitation.
looks better if you just
All
sit
the
there.
waters.
Think about what you think about what you do.
It's carriage stops, comes to the halt.
I get out.
The shotgun guy gets up, down off the carriage, opens the door. This is your destination, gentlemen. Please get out of the carriage right now.
Is there a
My,
key to the door?
armor,
How do we get into the building?
But we're not there yet, so let's just get out of the carriage first.
Well, we're there at the building, right?
Please get out of my carriage, sir.
Yeah, let's get out of the carriage first.
Okay. I lift my umbrella.
Get out of the
He's
carriage.
doing this.
I pop my umbrella out. I grab my.
It's like a little umbrella. Big moose guy with a little umbrella.
I grab my umbrella. I grab my gear out of the fucking coach, and say, "Thank you, sir. Do you know which way we should be
Whatever gear
going?"
you didn't grab, he's suitcases, whatever he's taken and dropped them off on the back on the
Yeah.
ground.
The squire
On
will
on
make sure
on the
all that.
road.
None of that has to be done. The squire will take care of it.
So there's your gear. The helper jumps back up there, grabs his shotgun, and they.
I changed my used my glamored armor and changed it into magistrate's robes.
Okay, very well. And there you
Puffy
stand.
white hat and all.
There you
Hair
stand.
hat.
Oh, you never think I love you in here.
It's foggy out. In the fog, you can actually see it starting to actually roll down the hill from Marston Manor. As you look up on the hill, it is almost pitch black out, but it's light enough light that you can still see the clouds are almost like glowing. But you know what it's like when there's a thin cloud up there, and there's still light coming through enough to see. You can actually see Marston Manor up on top of the hill.
So a nice black silhouette is what we see.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's pretty
The
ominous
ground,
looking.
it's about maybe an eighth to a quarter of a mile from where you're from the road itself, so it stands back off quite a ways. There's actually fog on the hill that's coming down. You can actually see the fog rolling down the hill onto the road that you're standing on. You're standing in fog up to about halfway up your legs, not your legs, but your calf. And it's raining, and it's fucking cold. It's probably getting about 20, 22 degrees out right now.
Viscount, I hope they're paying us well for this job, because this is pretty serious crap.
I go to the front door. Is it unlocked?
You go to the front door. It's a fucking quarter to an eighth to a quarter of a mile away.
I go too.
Okay.
Are you telling me that the driver
on.
didn't drop us off at the front door?
He didn't drop us off at
He
the
dropped
port.
you off at the bottom of the hill.
He didn't drop us off at the port
Oh,
cochier.
shit. So we're walking in the rain.
The fucking port cochier.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the
The portcullis at the beginning of the house.
Yeah.
It's
He drops
underneath
you
the area.
off
that's
on
the
the road.
The end of the alley.
That is.
What a
there's-
son of a bitch.
There's a huge hill There's
He's
a
afraid to
walkway.
go up there.
There's a walkway, and you can see the house that's way up on top of the hill,
Let
but
me
it's
guess.
it's about 3/8 of a mile up.
Was the
That would be
horses-
covered parking, like when you
Was the
show up
horses-
at the
was
hotel
the horses
and there's
act-
covered parking where the
was
doorman
horses
meets you.
acting, jittery?
Yes,
That's what I thought.
they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They did not like it here when they were standing here.
I bet that,
all
yeah.
all nervous and twitchy.
I make
Can
my
hear
way
snort.
up. I make my way up. Sammy, let's go. I grab my personal belongings and kind of like a statue type thing, and I make my way up like a duffel bag.
I grab my man purse.
Okay.
It's a satchel.
Okay.
And,
It's a satchel.
We go up.
My squire grabs our equipment.
Thank you, Squire.
Okay. How much equipment does he have?
He has my equipment. And
He has
his own
rolling
clothes.
carts.
How much equipment?
Everything's listed here. It's exactly what we got.
Give us a weight.
I'm asking. It's not really a weight. It's asking for a visual of what this guy's doing. Has he got two
Yeah,
things,
I'm
or
giving
has he
it
just got all this crap that he's
Here-
trying to
I'm trying
handle?
I'm trying to give you exactly. So this stuff here that's checked, I got carrying. The stuff here, all the kits and the
How
bags.
many bags
and,
do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 bags, we'll say.
The fucking broad traveler.
You should have brought a mule. Okay,
Paris Hilton.
so your squire is struggling trying to carry all of this shit that you
One
brought.
bag is his,
I
and
don't
the other
care.
5 are mine.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. You got him acting like you're
Well, I normally have a valet, but
don't.
I was only could bring one.
does not matter. So, you guys all start trudging up the hill. It is dirty. It is muddy, and as you can see right now, that the weeds are thick here. I should say dead weeds.
Before we begin travel too far, gentlemen, would either of you like a raincoat?
I have my umbrella.
Do you need a
I'll
raincoat?
take a raincoat with my umbrella.
No, yes, Skippy. Let's just go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My armor changes into a raincoat.
Okay.
And we go up the hill.
Okay. As you'll note, as you're going up the hill, there is not a sound other than the sound of rain. There's not any movement. There is absolutely nothing. It is dead fucking silent aside from hitting the sound of the raindrops hitting the muddy splatter in front of you and on your hats, whatever hats you may be wearing, on your coats and on your shoes and all the rest of it. That's it. That's all you hear as you're trudging.
Weeds are dead. Trees are dead.
Everything is dead. But you may notice, with your crazy ass perception, that there are vines. Go ahead and give me a knowledge nature. Sure, yeah, all of you.
3.
22, 23,
7.
I get 3 roll 1.
You would know.
23.
You would know that a lot of the vines, the vines are growing thicker and thornier, and these are not indigenous to this area. These are something from someplace else. They don't belong here.
Do I know where they're from? Because I'm quite learned.
Give me knowledge arcane.
Natural 20 plus stupid numbers.
Yes. You know that these vines are from.
Well, I got a plus 12, so 32. Natural
I'd
20.
like to audit your
These
Feel
vines
free.
are from someplace in far eastern Europe. The Banias kind of area, that kind of a thing.
Transylvania.
You know what I'm
Yeah. Area.
Gentlemen, I'm not sure if any of you have noticed, but there is a non-indigenous plant life that has taken over the lawn here. As you see, and I pick up some of the vines. Oh yes, that is certainly
That's
it's like a Bavarian or a Transylvanian even
that's
origin.
called an invasive species.
Yes. Would you like some? It appears to have completely taken over, and I throw it upon the ground. And
Okay, do we know why?
Press
it's-
the digitation.
All right, I want to do a knowledge check to see if I know why those would be growing here.
I think that's a really good idea. You should.
7 and knowledge 11.
What are you trying to do, Sammy? What do you want to
I
know?
want to know why something like this would be an invasive species.
When everything else is dead,
Yeah.
why is it growing and flourishing?
Yeah,
clearly, it's killing out all the competition.
but why? Why is
Or-
it here?
Alternatively, it could be the only thing that's able to survive in the soil. So it's either killing the other things, or it's the only thing left.
But doing what we do for a living, invasive species always means something else.
Let me see something. Oh, hold on.
Does it mean?
Hold on.
Is there anything? Is there any kind of spiritual animal, demonic that may be associated with this species of plant?
Technically speaking, invasive species, we can just get a writer. We'll just have to write it in that is an invasive species of plant. It just has to be disclosed during. We can still close. We just have to have that during closing.
So you want to pencil whip them?
We could pencil whip this particular species.
He's looking to say, he's saying that this needs to be added to the certificate of cleansing as a rider or an addendum.
But is this
Here.
something that we have to cleanse?
No, this doesn't appear to be something
Do you
that would
have a
keep you from
lawnmower, Sam?
occupying it.
Well, I'm concerned that this plant may have an ulterior motive. Like somebody or something may have put this plant here.
Well, you know what? Let's keep
Is
our
there
eyes.
a part where it's thickest, nearest the house, perhaps?
Yes, nearest the house.
Let's keep our eyes open.
Perhaps the origin of this plant lies within the home itself.
Well, perhaps inside is where we'll find the answers.
Well, there's no difference whether we find the answers or not. It's inside we must go.
Roll
And I
me,
move
roll
forward.
me
That's my point.
a D20. I want to know how many years you've been working at Pinkerton. And then I want a D10. Okay, 14 years. And then I want a D10. How many years you've been on the Black Ops study? 5 years.
And keep in mind, I'm literally a lore wizard, so I have arcane. I'm literally trained intentionally on the stupidest stuff.
Okay.
Arcane,
Okay.
history, investigation,
Okay.
nature, religion, all of it.
It occurs to you.
I'm on in here.
You've seen this in a report before, one that you were never involved in, but you did read the report. And the report did mention these big, thick vines with the exact same thorns on it, and just the same tiny, itty-bitty red leaves that are on them. And this particular vine has been noted in 2 different times when they were vampires. And you know that vampires are somewhat above your pay grade.
Now, just a moment here.
And then you hear...
There's only one way to be sure. Does anybody see any berries on the vines? Just a berry.
I see berries.
Can you describe when you squish it between your fingers? Does it feel like blood or berry?
It feels metallic.
Does it feel?
Blood is
Taste
very-
it. Taste it. Is it a bit irony or fruity?
It has a metallic taste.
It's an irony, not a fruity.
Yes.
Yeah, that's certainly the last time this was found. There was a case of vampiric infestation. No wonder they
in
want us here.
Massachusetts, as you recall.
Yes,
Vampires.
Vampire nest, Dean. This is no good.
that is far
We fought
beyond.
vampires plenty of times, Sammy.
I hope this nest isn't large.
It's a big house. How big is this house that I'm looking at now?
It's a palatial estate.
300-year-old house.
No, I
Just
know
looking
the
at it, and
picture,
then,
but
yeah,
I'm just-
it's
I'm
I
huge.
want you to review the picture again.
Oh,
You
It's
have
like-
a picture with your...
It's
Yeah,
like
I know,
30
I
or 40,000
I mean-
square feet. It's huge.
You know,
It's a
shiny,
mansion.
about half the size of that.
That's
I mean, you got a picture along with your briefing.
I got you. Yeah, I see it. I see the house.
No, but I want you to look at it again.
I don't know if we're putting it down here or where we're doing it.
No, we're not printing it out.
Okay.
But as you see, it's a very large house. 2 wings. It has a north wing and a south wing.
Hey,
That's like a 30,000
Hey,
square foot
Vizio.
house, 40,000 square foot house.
Yeah,
are there
this here.
basements in London?
Oh yes, and there's actually an under London.
A sub basement.
There's the
There's
the
the
original
London
sewer,
Underground.
and then there's the old London, and then on top of that was built the new sewer, and on top of that a whole new London.
Okay, forget London. I'm talking about here. Do you think there would be basements in the countryside here?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay. Sammy, chances are that's where our vampires
Ugh.
are hiding.
All right, we need to get wooden stakes and
Yeah.
Now, as you say this, I pull out once we've gotten to the porch. I assume.
We walk
get
in
to-
and talk.
At some point, we get to the porch. Can we make that where we get to the porch? And I
you
open
all
up the
finally
case.
do walk up to the porch. It's really kind of weird as you look at the big front, this huge double front doors, right? But you can look through the crack down the middle, and there's actually light coming from inside.
I take out one of the suitcases from the squire, and I set it down, and I open it up, And as you guys look, it's a monster hunter's kit. It's got all the holy water and stakes and all that stuff.
I thought you were just a pencil pusher.
Oh, well, yes, I do quite a bit of pushing. This is a fancy pencil, and it's just no lead in it, that's all. And I close up the Monster Hunter case and put it back on my person.
There's also 3 potions of the light minor
So he's
in there.
He's one of the British men of letters.
Yeah, I think you're right, Sammy.
And
I think
let's
he knows
see.
a lot more than just how to.
Mr.
fill
Squire,
out a W-2.
I have a very important job for you today. You will be standing outside on the front porch, making sure I am able to exit. You may set up the tent and make yourself comfortable. I do not wish you to come in until I know exactly what we're getting into. Is that clear, young man?
He's my 15-year-old, not just squire, but ward. So he's kind of like Robin.
I'm going to get a large fur coat and sit here, sir. Right now, there's no place to put up a tent.
If you like, the tent is in one of those bags.
Yes, I know.
If you leave him out here by himself, you might be looking for a new assistant.
Well, he's very good at hiding. It's very good at hiding. If you want, you can come
Perception
with.
check, don't roll a 1.
Natural 1. Did he really a 1?
He told me what to do.
I told you what not to
No, the last words you said were roll a 1.
Yeah, okay, sure.
That's what I heard. Roll
It's
a
like
1.
not putting the I forgot to put the exclamation point at the beginning of the sentence. The statement. Anyways, okay, so
I heard don't, period.
one of you roll
a
an 18 or better.
Any adders to it?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm distracted in
5.
thought. Perception is an adder to it. It'll be your wisdom before.
Nope. Okay. All right. So there we go. The doors are there. Would anybody like to open the door?
No, I peek in. I see this light coming in. I say, "Hey, you guys think there's a caretaker here?" I didn't hear them mention any caretaker.
Let me look.
We should probably knock regardless.
Nope. We have the keys, and there is no one currently in residence. The house is completely empty.
Well, why is there a light coming in?
We just have to certify that that's true.
Why is there a light coming in?
Well, let's see. That would mean that the paperwork is clearly wrong.
No electricity in this time period.
Gas lamps.
Gas lamps.
I gotta be turned on.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful, nice yellow glow coming through the crack.
All right, we need to be extra quiet.
I opened
think
the
we
lock
We need to be
with the
stealthy.
key,
Now you locked it. It was already open.
and then I do it again.
Oh, that's perfect.
I do it. I try it, and it's locked. And I try it again. And now it's unlocked. You know.
Okay, it's unlocked.
But you know how it is.
Out of character.
There's only 2 options
For our viewers,
You're always wrong. 90%
we have
of
a
the time.
nice thunderstorm rolling in the background
For
as
real.
we're playing out in the lanai. For
Yeah, that's
real.
our sound effects.
The real deal. Okay, so the door's not locked. It was locked. Now it's not locked.
All right, the key's working properly.
We should stealthily go in.
Still, he already made so
I
much
open the
noise.
door and look in.
You see an absolutely gorgeous interior. There's a huge, wide double staircase going up with the beautiful banisters curling around. You can see off to the right a little bit. You can see that there's a really nice couch, and there's a couch. When I say a couch, it's like one of those big surround things, right? And this monstrous, huge table with this gorgeous oriental rug underneath it. And as you look up above, there's the banisters going all the way around the top over there. And if you look to the left, it's kind of a picture, an opposite picture of the same thing. It is basically an absolutely immense main room.
Boy, if you prefer, you may come in, but stay just inside the door. It is warmer in here. Get out of the sun, boy. Why are you sitting on your ass? Grab the bags! Don't
Shut
leave
up!
the bags!
I said, shut up, miss. And I roll perception to see if I hear anything.
Okay. Yes, you do.
You know, for being smart, you sure are stupid.
You do hear
Keep it
something.
down.
You hear somebody moving around inside.
There's someone moving around in here.
I know. Be very
You
quiet.
didn't have to make a roll.
And once the young man is in, I shut the door and lock it.
You stop making noise.
Put the key away.
Okay, as you turn around,
Yeah.
all of you turn around, look. There's an absolutely stunning young lady standing in front of you going, "Oh, are you the buyers?"
Oh.
And she
Oh,
walks
oh.
around. She's straightening pillows and moving the fruit around in the little bowl and the big table and stuff. And so, are you
I
here
have
to?
a gun. I have a gun drawn and my son's sword.
Why?
Who are you? This house is
Why-
supposed
why
to be
you
empty.
that?
Oh, my name is Verona. I'm here with Lamarck.
Who?
Insight?
Lamarck Realty.
This house is supposed to be empty.
He already drew a gun. in the
I'm
window.
not being violent about it. I'm just inquisitive.
I'm with Lamarck Realty.
Drawing a gun is
Have you
violent.
ever heard of
that
staging a
there's no
home?
malice.
Considered assault.
Have you ever? No, it's not.
It's called brandishing a weapon.
So
There's
she's not
different
offended.
time.
There's no need for that, young man. It's fine. I'm just here staging the home. You've seen this before. I'm sure it's all the rage in the magazines nowadays. When the buyer comes in, you have the home staged so it looks lived in and looks pretty.
We were
this
told
way it sells
that
better.
this house was supposed to be empty.
Well, it is. I'm the only occupant. I'm really not an occupant. I'm just here selling. I'm just I thought that the buyers were coming in 8 o'clock. You're not the buyers?
Buyers aren't supposed to be here till tomorrow.
We are agents of the buyers.
They're closing tomorrow, but I thought they were viewing.
No, we're agents of the buyers. We're here to qualify
Actually, are
under,
we agents
and I
of the
show
seller?
her the chapters and pages of. These are the clauses we're here
Well,
specifically
is
to
this
include.
not clean? Does it not look clean?
I thought we were here for the sellers.
We're here to qualify.
For the certificate of cleanse.
We have to certify it ourselves. It looks like you've done a lovely job with the staging.
Excuse me,
Could you
thank
give
you.
us a tour?
What's your name?
Verona.
Verona. My name is Dean. My brother Sammy, and that's Viscount. Vice Count.
Very nice to meet you.
You may call me Oxford.
Oxford.
How about Ox for short?
That's what they called my father till he killed them.
So, Veronica, your employer made some mention of the house be cleansed.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is stipulated? I mean, how long have you been in here?
About 3-4 years.
You've been in this house 3-4 years. I take
Okay.
Insight
I need
at some point?
a perception
I
check.
take some holy water. Okay.
Perception.
Something ain't jiving.
No, it's not, man.
16. Wisdom is 4 is 20.
You guys hear a couple of screams outside, far away, but you hear them.
Guess what? I think that just was a ride. I take some holy
Well,
water
good
out.
thing I got the young man in.
I take some holy water out, and I. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Vampires.
Oh yeah. It's on. Let's roll it
Yeah,
in.
rolling it.
Hold
Rolling
on.
it.
I'll be right back.
One.
And then after this fight, we have to order some training.
17.
Okay.
However,
Okay, and then we rolling it first.
observant. Can you look at that feat, please, Tom?
Roll.
It does some stuff. It does some stuff that
I need you to explain it. I don't want to try to understand all you guys'
I
abilities.
don't have a book.
Okay,
PHP.
0 to
Yeah,
5.
PHP.
0 to 5.
5? No, I think. Yeah, 5. I had 3 feats I was going to get. I don't think I got
He
one
said
feat.
17. So Sammy, I'm next. What's your monster roll at?
8.
Okay, 0 to 5. So we'll say just Veronica. I'm gonna put you in
Verona.
black.
Verona, and you want to put the name on, yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, so this bonus here isn't in my score that I got on my sheet. Because there's no way to put it in here.
Plus
That's plus 5 passive, perception, and investigation. So that's on top of this.
Okay.
And I was trying to see if it was there's 3 of them. One of them, I was going to get all 3, and I told you it was just stupid, ridiculous.
She's a
spots.
vampire, Sammy.
The other thing I want you to since you already something
only 5
that looks completely out of place to use. Remember I said when you were just peeking through the door, what you didn't see that everything above the first floor is completely dilapidated. Everything below that is absolutely stunning, gorgeous, perfect. It doesn't look like there's a thread out of place. Everything above that is completely just. You can, as you're in there now, you can look up above. You can see the hole in the roof. It's just the rain is coming in, but it's not getting past the first floor.
Well, it's not yet.
Sammy, you're up, and I'm on deck.
Oh,
Talk about special effects. You dialed in some good ones for this one.
Real, no less.
Yeah, it should get heavier as we move on. It'll be
As long as
exciting.
we don't get wet. Go ahead,
The only
Sammy.
one that's gonna get wet is me, possibly.
Sammy, go ahead.
Vampires. Swords don't kill vampires. Decapitation does.
The sun sword gives you an extra D8 of damage, man.
I'm gonna draw my sun sword.
That's what I gave you.
All right,
And-
let's set this up on this thing here.
Fair enough.
Would you like to? I guess
had my
moving that
camera
way
out
6
there.
inches even probably a huge deal, doesn't it?
What?
Moving anywhere, even an inch makes a huge deal. It's not like it's going to be.
There's my girl. Let's put them where they would be. She is behind the couch. You guys have just walked in the front door, so I'll put her here. You guys are all kind of gathered up right close to here.
You what?
Not a good idea to be playing outside.
Well, we're into this thing. You're on TV now.
Oh, look so close to the door.
We're getting wet. Look
Are you?
Look how it's coming in sideways.
Nobody's getting wet.
Okay.
I don't feel any mist yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But Sean put his pot away in the
You like
house.
that holy water.
Oh, that's awesome,
You
man.
like that? Now, if you ever see Supernatural, I'm playing Dean to the team. That's exactly the kind of shit he would do. He doesn't wait.
This is a combination of 2 or 3 movies.
But that's what he
Verona,
does.
if you don't recognize the name, I'll tell you about it later.
Sammy is more of a level-headed one. Dean's a more hot-headed.
But I'm more
Function-
playing Koshak though. My
Yeah.
name is.
Now I feel it.
I don't feel water. I feel the coolness.
What do you guys want to order food?
This is who you're talking to now.
Oh, yeah, from Van Helsing.
Yes.
All right, you guys want to order Chinese now?
Well, if it's battle or...
Yeah.
That's
We can do it now if you want.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We're gonna go to a commercial break.